Good morning, on and all present here. I'm Nandini, working as an assistant professor in SNS College of Technology at the Department of Computer Science and Technology. Today, we are going to see a topic on what is hypothesis testing. What is an hypothesis testing? It is a statistical method which is used to make decisions about populations, parameters, and which uses a sample data. So it helps us to check whether how the observations of the results have been taken in and how it have been shown in the real effect. So this hypothesis testing is also used for the researchers, how they are determine the validity, what are the things we are using in it. In that, we are seeing three main types. First one is data-driven precision. It is taken in the time of research for crucial decision making. Second one is validating the theories. So how we are understanding the relationship between the theories and how we are getting the results. Third one is analyzer errors, how we are analyzing and what are the errors we have. So there are some types of hypothesis testing. We can say it is a null hypothesis, alternative hypothesis, level of significance, test statistics, p-values, types of one error, type two error. These are the steps we need, or what are the types that we are going to find in this hypothesis testing. Next, what are the steps in hypothesis testing? For example, these steps are used for us to understand how this process are accurately used for us to conclude the data set. For example, which includes the formulating the hypothesis, selecting a significant level, how we are calculating the test statistics, what are the decision based on the results we are taking. The structure ensures the consistency analysis and sounds the conclusion. For example, first step is we are going to find the H0 and H1, that is whether it is a null hypothesis or alternative hypothesis. Second level is what is the level of significance. Third one is what is statistical test. For example, is a test, T test, F test, what ANOVA test, or in ANOVA what type of test we are going to see. What is the fourth one is how we are computing the sample data. Fifth one is what is the p-value or compute with critical values, how these decisions have been made. For example, if the p-value is less than or equal to null, then reject the H0 hypothesis. If p-value is greater than null, then fail to reject the hypothesis. In these types of hypothesis, understanding the null and alternative hypothesis is a significantly tough one, because in Z test, a larger samples known as variance. In T test, a smaller samples known as variance. One sample, two sample, and paired sample are the types of T test. In that, next one is chi-square test. In that, a categorical data, goodness of fitness, how independent it is. And the fourth one is what is F test or ANOVA test, which is used to compare more than the two means. These are the types we have in this hypothesis. Next is real world applications of hypothesis testing. So what are the applications of hypothesis testing means? We can say hypothesis is mainly used in first one we can say as business and marketing. So in business and marketing, for example, of advertisements. Second one, what is the customer service methods? And the third is and how the revenue has been generated. We are using it as in business. In manufacturing, the quality control, what is the average weight of that product? How the machine produces its item? What is the lifespan of that design? These are all been things. Third one is medical and healthcare. So what are the new drugs, existing treatment? So how this vaccine injection rates that? What is the time difference between these two therapies? Third one is in education. What methods, if we teach, the students will get the knowledge. So how the scores of the students are being from different schools, or how it differs from practical learning and online learning. Fifth one is in social sciences. For example, what is the difference between the regions? How the men and women have the different average working hours? What are the test public opinions? So these are some real world applications. We use this hypothesis testing. So it is very for example, in technology and IT side, an alpha or beta testing in website has been done, which checks a new website design, which increases the clicks. Testing if new software algorithm runs faster, then the older one will be getting stopped. So these are some evaluation machine techniques of models for accuracy. So these are some key points. So that key points will be hypothetical testing helps to determine the statistical significance. Alternative hypothesis clearly explains it. P-value increases the strength of evidence to consider content of the data. So by concluding this, we can say that this testing is to need to take some decision on the data for some assumptions like businesses, medicals, education, manufacturing, social science, and IT sectors. Thank you so much, students. If you have any doubts, you can come and ask me. Thank you.